Hi guys, today is October 1st, 2020, and futures are pointing to higher open as a new stimulus bill is being discussed between Nancy Pelosi and Secretary Mnuchin. And people are very hopeful and optimistic about this deal, and House Democrats set aside voting to give more time Mnuchin and Nancy Pelosi to talk about this deal. So jobless claims, weekly jobless claims came in lower than expected. So that's good news. So less people file for unemployment, and so futures are higher, especially technology shares, and we'll see what happens. But so far so good. So let's jump to SPY, as ETF for S&P 500, and to me SPY is going higher actually. Magda is crossing here, and looks like it's going higher, and also QQQ, same thing. I mean, QQQ is also looks like it's crossing Magda, and looks like the shares is going higher. It's funny that I see the panel analysts on CNBC and Bloomberg constantly watching them because I want to get new ideas, get a temperature on the market, maybe some stocks. But they're extremely bearish. I mean, especially like on CNBC, fast money people. Like last week they were predicting like a fall on Nasdaq, a huge fall on Nasdaq, at least 10%, with like chartists and just regular panelists saying that. Yeah, we're gonna have like another 10% down, and since then we probably have had like 10% up. So very difficult to listen to all these analysts and being so bearish, but at the same time it tells me that there are still a lot of bears on the sidelines, and as far as I know, $5 trillion on the sidelines waiting to get into this market. So we'll see what happens. Okay, so we'll jump to stocks, and before we jump to stocks, if you want to see my trades on pretty much everyday basis and my portfolio, you can check out the Patreon link in the description. Okay, so let's start with Walmart. Okay, so Walmart was in advanced talks to invest 25 billion in India-based conglomerate Tata Group's super app. So this app would launch in January, and offer a wide range of products sold by Tata's consumer business. Okay, so Walmart in general is in a very good position. I mean, I think the shares are going higher, and it's still not too late to get in at these prices, even at 141 where it's opening pre-market right now. I think it's still a good time to get into Walmart. Okay, Big Lots, that's a discount retailer, and it announced a couple of days ago that it expects earnings of 50 to 70 cents compared to consensus estimates of 25 cents, as demand for home goods continue to be strong. And shares first jumped like 5 to 7% on the announcement, but since then it just tanked hard, probably tanked like 15% since then. Because some people expected actually even better results from Big Lots, and shares tank. But I think it's a great opportunity to get into the stock actually, because I mean the demand remains strong, and Big Lots is in a really good position. I think the earnings they pre-announced is a really good news, and it's a great opportunity to get into the stock at a discount. Okay, info. IHS Markit. It's a financial company. It's actually a financial analytics provider. Beat estimates by 8 cents. Revenue was in line. Company says it's seeing recovery of varying speeds in the markets it operates or it serves. And info in general, I mean, they came up on the news, went up, and it's been trading a little bit lower since, but I think it's a really good buy in this area, like mid 70s. I think it's a buy in my opinion. INFO. Okay, so shares of several companies, hotel operators like Stay and PK and PEB SHO. Okay, so all these stocks are hotel operators, and Bank of America Securities upgraded the hotel operators to buy from neutral. Was analysts saying saying that it was positioning for a possible COVID-19 vaccine and travel recovery. So these stocks have been hammered. Because of this current situation in the market, and they're traded at the very low valuation at this point. And as you can see, there is a very strong support line for pretty much all these stocks. They establish a huge base, and if you think that the Bank of America analyst is right, then it's time to establish a position at least in those stocks, and I think he's right actually. So I would be buying, not heavy buying, but I would be buying shares of these companies. Again, Stay, STAY, PK, PEBS, and SHO. Okay, so UNFI, United Natural Foods, UNFI. Okay, so United Natural Foods reported a big beat on earnings. Revenue also exceeded. It gave better than expected outlook, but it announced that the CEO plans to retire next July. So that took the stock down significantly from trading around $18 to currently $14.87, and that's a huge opportunity to get into the stock. Yes, their CEO is retiring, but the company is doing really well. It's the biggest food distributor in the US, and I think the shares could be picked up here around $15. UNFI. Palantir. So Palantir came out public via direct listing at $7.25 per share. Direct listing means versus the IPO means that they don't issue more shares or new shares. They just sell the existing shares on the open market. So Palantir is trading right now pre-market at $9.84. And it's pretty expensive to me because they have only 123 customers, and they generate 5.5 million in revenue per customer approximately. So I think if the shares come down closer to $9 or even crack $9 below, I would be interested in Palantir, but not at closer to $10. Closer to $10 is a little stiff to me right now because they have a lot of shares, first of all, and it's just too high to me. Okay, so PLTR. I would wait for it to come down. Another company that was came out on the market via direct listing is Asana. So Asana is a web and mobile app operator designed to help teams to manage their work, and went public yesterday via direct listing, like I said, at $21 per share, and went up a lot, and it's trading around $28.50, and I would also wait for shares to come down a little bit because I think it's $28.50 what it's trading right now is too high. Okay, so but keep an eye on it. MU. Micron Technology. So Micron beat the estimates by 9 cents. I think revenue beat, but gave lower than expected current quarter revenue outlook, partly due to a U.S. government ban on shipments to Huawei, is a Chinese company, and actually the shares came down not that much, as from what I understand. Because they gave really bad guidance for next quarter, for the current quarter. And it's a 2-day rule, and yesterday they came down, the shares came down, and even though it's opening higher, I would wait for the shares to come down a little bit more. I would like it to buy it in the $45 area. Okay, GM and Nikola. So GM said that it will not close its deal with Nikola yet, and but talks will continue between two sides. And actually, Nikola shares came up a little bit on these news, and it's trading a little bit higher, but I would be very careful here because any bad news, I mean, I guess people who have inside information on those stocks are buying the shares, but I would be very careful because any bad news, like GM is talking from the position of strengths and could actually reject Nikola deal. And yes, they will suffer small embarrassment, but not that devastating as to their shares as to Nikola shares, because if Nikola loses this deal, I mean, stock could go under $10 and at least under $10. So I would be very careful with Nikola here. I mean, yes, some bold souls are buying this stock right now, pre-market. I'm not one of them. Okay, I would rather be in GM, but tell the truth, not even that. I would prefer Tesla of them all. Okay, so let's move on to Goose, Canada Goose. Okay, so that's an outwear maker, was upgraded to outperform from market perform at Cohen, which noted company's strong equity brand. And the shares are going higher recently, but it's sitting at that overbought territory. I would like the shares to come down a little bit, closer to under $30 for me to buy it. And I think the shares may come down a little bit. Moderna. Okay, so Moderna's experimental vaccine appears safe and shows signs of working in older adults, according to study results published at the New England Journal of Medicine. So Moderna's shares are trading at around $70, and right now it's opening a little bit lower than that, but I think it could be a very interesting spec buy in this area. And like I said before, Moderna in my book is a buy, because as soon as they come out with the vaccine, shares may go higher. Okay, BBBY. Okay, Bed Bath & Beyond reported earnings, reported spectacular earnings, actually profit of 50 cents compared to expectations of 23 cents loss. Revenue was also above. Digital sales surged 89%, so huge number from Bed Bath & Beyond. I didn't expect that. And I guess new CEO is making waves and making this company much better than it was. So shares are jumping a lot higher, but I would not buy it at the open. I would wait for the shares to come down a little bit if you want to establish new position. But in general, very good numbers from Bed Bath & Beyond. I would be interested in shares if they could come down a little bit. Okay, Conagra Foods, CAG. Conagra Brands, I'm sorry, reported, it's a food producer actually, that's why I said Conagra Foods, reported earnings 13 cents above estimates. Revenue was also above. Conagra increased its quarterly dividend by 6.5 cents, and I think it's a fantastic buy here. I mean, it's trading at around $36, and MACD is crossed here. Technically, it looks really good, and it also pays a very nice dividend, and I think Conagra is a buy here, CAG. Amazon. Okay, so Amazon Pivotal Research raised its price target for Amazon to $4,500 from $3,925. So huge raise by Pivotal Research. It's the most bullish analyst for Amazon on Wall Street. But in general, Amazon is Amazon, and it looks really good on the chart, and I think the shares will go higher. Okay, Shell. Tortoise Acquisition Corp. Okay, so Tortoise had a shareholder meeting yesterday where they had approved the merger between Tortoise and Helion, and I think the shares will trade publicly probably next week. And I actually think that it's a really good company. It's similar to Nikola, but much better in my opinion. And if Nikola is still trading at like $8 billion valuation, I think Tortoise should be trading not much higher, but I would give Tortoise like $10 billion valuation. It's a much better company in my opinion. And I did a piece on my channel on Tortoise before, and it's basically Nikola with better technology, with better customers, and no baggage. Okay, so I would say the shares still a buy at this point. Okay, another acquisition corp is MCAC, Special Acquisition Company. It's taking Playboy Enterprises public through a reversed merger. Okay, so a lot of this special acquisition companies taking other companies public, and not all of them are good. SHLL, in my opinion, is good. MCAC is not, because Playboy is not the same Playboy as it was when Hugh Hefner was there, in my opinion. Okay, so I would stay away from this, and I would just stick with other companies like Tortoise, for example. Okay, and the last one I'll give you is Starbucks. So Starbucks was upgraded recently to outperform from market performer at Cowen, who noted that the coffee chain has recently expanded its digital access with new pay options, and also see growth at curbside pickup. And in general, Starbucks looks pretty good to me technically, and I think the shares will go higher. Okay, that's it, guys. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click the like button, and I'll see you Monday.